Holy crap, Tyler. Man. Go Xbox.
Yeah, okay, so we're here on...
We're here at VG Now. This is Chris. That's Tyler. And we just got done watching the Microsoft press conference, and my word.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
Especially compared to last year. Last year was just utter disaster.
Yeah. They definitely put the focus on games in Spike's preview show. Jack Trenton talked about that's what they would be spending most of their time on, and they definitely did do a good job of that. The only little bit of Kinect you did see was with the new Dance Central game and then the Disney Fantasia game that's coming out this fall.
I actually think I noticed a new indie game during their indie montage that kind of showed the use of the Kinect. So that's interesting. I mean, I'm glad they're not completely like killing the Kinect ideas. I mean, it's there. It's just they've kind of stayed away from it with their main games because they can't really utilize it the way they want to.
Well, and people were wondering, this is an event where you got NBC News, you got Fox News, ABC News, you got all the big news outlets. And so Kinect was a product a couple years ago where those outlets got really excited about. And so we were kind of wondering, well, with them dropping Kinect, would they still really put that much, I guess, effort into that press conference towards that product? They didn't.
Right.
Which I think is definitely a great move for them. But anyhow, on to the games, because that's what was shown. That's
Holy crap!
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was intense.
Yeah, so obviously we're first going to talk about Halo Master Chief Collection.
Gotta do that again.
Yeah.
Halo. All-time big Halo fan. I absolutely love it. I loved what Bungie did with the first trilogy. I respect and really enjoyed Halo 4. It was a great first attempt at making a game, and 343 Industries has confidence in it now. They did well. People said they did well, and now they're just full-blown going in the right direction. They made everything that they want. They're making the Chief Collection. They have Halo 2 Anniversary. Phenomenal, awesome idea. They're not disappointing. Halo 2 Anniversary, going with the multiplayer, I think is probably the best decision out of all of it, because people want something that will be able to tide them over until Halo 5 Guardians, which is fall of 2015, so it's a whole another year and a half yet from now. About a year after the Chief Collection releases on November 11th. I am definitely excited. Only $60, which it kind of surprised me, because I'm getting 4 games plus a multiplayer. I'm sitting here I would get Halo 2 Anniversary for $60. So I was expecting $100 at least, but nope, only $60.
It is really phenomenal, and it's got me thinking, I've always wanted to get into this, Halo universe. And even though I did play with you, Tyler,
right.
Split screen all the way through the first 4 games, I don't think you really understand and really get into the story unless you play that by yourself. And this collection for newcomers like potentially me or somebody else, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
What a great collection. And honestly, it really puts the ball in Sony's court because, what does Sony have? Well, they've got Uncharted. Are you going to put all those on, your next-gen console? I don't know. Will that be something that they'll say, hey, if you want to do that, PlayStation Now? I don't know. But anyhow, definitely a great move by Microsoft. And Ryan McCaffrey, I don't know what it is with Halo 2 multiplayer, but it must have been, I don't know from personal experience. Tyler might. I don't know. I don't know where you kind of were back then. Did you have internet?
Barely. I think we just got it really close to about the time where they kind of quit supporting the Xbox One is when we first got internet. So I did play a little bit, but I was so new to gaming and multiplayer that I didn't really play a whole lot of it. I mean, it definitely had the feel of what Halo 3's multiplayer was. I mean, it had a lot of differences and things, but I've heard from countless people that Halo 2's multiplayer was the best one, even though Halo 3's got the most use out of it just because it was on the 360 and the online system was better and more advanced. But a lot of people have been wanting Halo 2's multiplayer back. I mean, that's what they loved. It was fun and simple.
Original, the same as it was when it released. Folks, as a hardcore gamer, I mean, especially if you played that and you enjoyed it, which it sounds like most people were.
Definitely.
I mean, what else can you ask for? You got all the Halo games combined in a bundle, the Master Chief Collection, all the Halo games that matter.
Well, yeah.
I'm treading on thin
We're not
ice.
going to go there.
But anyhow, no, that's a great move by Microsoft, and definitely will be a home run this fall. November 11th? Am I right on that?
Yes.
November 11th.
I believe so.
Okay. So we got a couple other things. Apparently, Crystal Dynamics is working on a new Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that'll be coming holiday 2015. Kind of showed toward the end of the press conference, and I don't know. You know, they showed, you know, some cool cinematic, and yeah, I mean, I like the the reboot, you know, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's really early to see, but, you know, it didn't really, when I played the reboot, it didn't really, you know, sweep me off my feet. So we'll see. We'll have to see more of that, and I'm sure that'll be a playable E3 demo.
And it's definitely nice to have, like, when it's not just we're just going to remaster this. Like, it needs to be that way with Halo because it just needs to be that way with Halo because the hardcore Halo fans want the same game, just make it look nicer and play smoother.
Oh, yeah.
Tomb Raider, it's like, yeah, like I've never really been huge into Tomb Raider, but I kind of would like to play the Tomb Raider that just came out a while back, which I haven't played yet, just financial reasons, but I would really like to play it. And then with this, I mean, yeah, it's a great way to get new people involved in the Tomb Raider series.
Yeah, I think the reboot's smart on Square's part because it is a really popular franchise, and that's something that Square is lacking right now. Other notes here I have, Sunset Overdrive. Gosh, that just, the more and more you see, it just looks more and more like a kick-ass game. You know, him sliding around on that roller coaster, you know, track and just blowing crap up. It was unbelievable.
Oh, I love that trailer. It's like, it started out and we're like, wait, could this be like Battlefield or something? And they're like, no, it's Sunset Overdrive. It's like, what? I think they did a great job with that trailer.
Yeah, it was very interesting reveal there. Capcom's bizarre game. I don't even. That
DLC.
DLC.
I think it's a DLC.
DLC for Dead Rising. That was so bizarre.
Whatever the tongue twister name was, I mean, you have a heck of a time searching for it. You just will be like Dead Rising 3 new DLC, and then like this weird name will pop up, and then you'll know what it is.
You know, and remember the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon?
Blood Dragon.
DLC?
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's inspired.
Hilariously crazy. People seem to like it too, and that's what I mean. This seems
that's
to be
definitely
the same
what
thing.
they're going for, and Capcom needs to hit on something. Let's face it.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, a little game like that, they can't go wrong.
It'd be great.
Okay, so we saw Assassin's Creed Unity, and we've already noticed some very, very interesting glitches.
You have a playable
already.
demo, and you like it even has little glitches in the just what they've shown. It's like usually that stuff's polished up better in the game. Maybe they didn't do that. Maybe they don't want to do that. They don't want to be accused of polishing their demos when the rest of the game's not like that, which is fine. It's great. It's just like if you notice things like that in your demo with your world premiere demo, it's like the game needs some work.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
It's
folks.
interesting.
I would really research that one before you get that. We saw The Division. I mean, it doesn't.
Snowdrop engine.
Yeah, really.
Gotta love that. But
it is, and the HUD is so interesting.
It's
but
great.
anyhow, I just can't get into this.
It's really heavily multiplayer, and the problem with that is like people like us. Like I only have one friend that I actually play with the Xbox system, and he's a PlayStation guy. And it's like we can't play this game on our consoles and play with each other. So I mean, this whole like going multiplayer wise is kind of a bummer for us because these games that look really cool, we can't play with together unless one of us were to get the other console. And for $400, that's not really going to happen. So we're kind of at a disadvantage with things like that. So the multiplayer push is almost a turnoff for us in a lot of ways.
The cool thing about The Division is the atmosphere that they put you in. You've got snow falling down. New York City just looks, gorgeous, even though, stuff's gone to shit.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, good heavens. I mean, you're not going to be able to keep that intensity that atmospheric, environment provides because you're playing with people online. And it's so funny because, I mean, everybody's serious, while playing this demo, and that would be cool. But that's not going to happen. People are just going to be making jokes left and right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not going to be serious. And multiplayer was really never meant to be serious by any stretch of the imagination. It's all about having fun and,
Yeah, and I mean, that's the same way now, even though you're pushing a lot of, like, campaign-style stories with a multiplayer twist on it. And that's the way next-gen consoles have been, like, since they've released, they've been trying to push that with a lot of different games. And, I mean, some work, some won't, and I'm afraid that The Division won't work as well as, like, Ubisoft's hoping that it will. It looks phenomenal. The engine alone makes me want to go buy the game, even if I don't enjoy playing it as much as I want to. But it's just a little skeptical of that.
Yeah. Also, another quick note, Xbox ID, that's their indie program. Definitely, we saw a lot of cool games that are coming to Xbox One. And another thing that Jack Tretton mentioned right after the press conference is almost everything they showed had some sort of exclusivity tied to it, whether it was an Xbox One full-blown exclusive or whether, you had the
exclusive content
exclusive
or
DLC.
Timed exclusive content.
Yeah, even Evolve has, exclusive DLC.
Yeah, that made you do a double take because you saw only on Xbox. It's like,
yeah,
what?
Only on Xbox now at the bottom, but no, it's just Xbox gets the DLC first.
The DLC first, and the beta is only on Xbox.
Okay.
So that was interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of things doing betas.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they hit it out of the park. I mean, what was missing from last year's press conference? I mean, yeah, they did show games after their crappy reveal, but I mean, it just felt like they were trying to backpedal, and I don't know. It didn't really. They didn't like Jack said. They didn't seem confident. And this whole press conference,
they had the confidence.
Phil Spencer has totally changed that company as far as I'm concerned, and it
Changed
was
it for
an
the better.
impressive showing.
Changed it for the better. One game you didn't mention, Inside, which is from the company who brought you Limbo.
Yes, that is. I was
very
really
interesting.
excited about that. Yeah, I overlooked that.
That goes along with the indie stuff where it's just like
and that's
it's good.
exclusive.
Yeah,
that's exclusive if I remember right. Yeah, definitely want to keep your eye on, folks. I might have to think about getting me an Xbox One. Very exciting news. Keep it tuned here. We'll also have Ubisoft, EA, and Sony's press conference wrap-ups, and then we'll have an overall wrap-up to see who officially won E3.
Probably Xbox.
Probably. I hope not.